Okay, so to reiterate on my lesson and my student, so he circled the words barrow, water, and chickens. And so he chose those because he's from Greenbrier County, and so he thought, based off of his own personal experience, that the poem was about a farmer. And the farmer depends on his tools, the water, and his animals to get, to have a lifestyle. Whereas somebody else could pick out different words, like the color red or the adjective glazed or something like that. So I chose this poem to tie into the fix-up theory because it's such a simple poem and it has such simple details that students would probably, especially in high school, get stuck on finding what the poem means, because I think a lot of times students think that there's one meaning to a poem. So they would sit down and read this and be extremely overwhelmed because they don't know what the significance of the red wheelbarrow is. So in my lesson, I have them pick out words that they can relate to and relate that to the overall meaning of the poem. So I think that ties into the fix-up theory very well, because even though this is a simple poem and this is, a simple, quick lesson to do, this would definitely help them, this strategy, in like reading more complicated poems, because then they learn from this to pick out small details and things that help them, recognize things and make a common connection with the poem. So a lot of times in more complicated poetry or more complicated stories and things like that, students can take from this lesson and learn to tie in with any other work that they're reading that may be difficult, that they get stuck on, that if they pick out words and they pick out phrases and they can make connections with that on a personal level, then, they can find meaning, and that even might make them more interested in the text itself.